Good evening. We're interrupting programming briefly to update you on the bomb threat at Palm Beach International Airport. It's still unfolding. We were told that the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, as well as the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, are investigating at this hour. Part of Concourse C was evacuated a few hours ago, but at this point, passengers have been allowed back in, and they are reboarding planes. News Channel 5's Rochelle Ritchie is live now outside the airport with what we know right now. Rochelle?
Well, Kelly and Jim, we just spoke with TSA not too long ago, and we know that this threat was phoned in around 5:30. Someone made a threat to the Department of Airports, and that's when they had all passengers that were in Concourse C evacuated. They also actually did a sweep of not only the planes, but also the luggage and the concourse itself. Now, we spoke with Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and they tell us that their bomb-sniffing dogs did not find any potential threat, and those passengers were allowed back onto their flights. Now, the flight that was in question was a flight 366, which was a JetBlue airline that was heading to LaGuardia. As I mentioned, the passengers were pulled off of that flight. The luggage was searched. Emergency vehicles were actually spotted on the tarmac as the massive search got underway. Inside the airport, I can tell you when I was in there, there were people who were checking in, and they were not allowed to go anywhere near the security gate as the search was going on at all. That has now since been lifted, that potential threat no longer, but as you mentioned, Jim, the FBI, TSA, and local law enforcement are investigating this situation. Right now, there have been no arrests made at all. Reporting live, Rochelle Ritchie, WPTV News Channel 5.
Rochelle, thank you. And as you can imagine, it was a rather hectic afternoon for travelers. Hundreds of travelers trying to get home or on to their next destination. One of those flights, as Rochelle mentioned, was JetBlue Flight 366 from West Palm Beach to LaGuardia.
News Channel 5's Kristen Cadell is on the phone now. She's live inside the Palm Beach International Airport near Concourse C, where that flight is getting ready to leave. Kristen, in about 20 minutes?
Yeah, that's correct, Kelly. The updated departure time as of last check, it was 6:46, but I was speaking to a girl who was actually on that plane. She told me it hadn't departed at the moment. Passengers were boarding. And a lot of passengers who were on that plane now scared to go any further. And she, for example, says that she's not even staying on that plane. She's getting off. We're hoping to get with her as she reunites with her mother. But we've been talking to her mom, and she just says it's too scary and too much of a risk right now for her to let her daughter back on that plane.
At this point, Kristen, is everything back to normal or quickly getting back to normal in Concourse C?
It really is, Jim. If you would have just walked through here, in the past 5 minutes, you'd have no idea that anything happened just, half an hour ago. Actually, I'm staring at the security line. There's now no passengers in it. Everybody has been cleared, gone through security. The TSA workers are just standing around chatting. It really is business as usual at this point.
All right, Kristen Cadell, inside the airport, thank you very much. So again, a bomb threat phoned in to the Department of Airports this afternoon around 5 o'clock. There was a sweep done of planes, luggage, airports, the airport in general, Concourse C specifically, and nothing was found. So people are being allowed back onto that JetBlue flight, and they'll be headed to New York shortly.
And as Kristen mentioned, everything getting back to normal in Concourse C. We will continue to follow this story for you all through the evening and have an update for you coming up on News Channel 5 at 11.